Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Demon Hunter skill video. We are now taking a look at our very last and final skill in our secondary skill here. Skill tree. Skill here. Okay, yeah. Which is Elemental Arrow. Shoot a fire arrow that deals 155% weapon damage as fire to all target it passes through. This skill has a 100% chance to pierce through everything. Everything. And, want me to do some calculations for you? It does 5% more damage than Chakram. And it costs the goddamn same as Chakram. Right. We already figured out that Chakram is better than Impale in my Chakram video. Now we found out that this actually does 5% more damage. Not much, so it's really depending on which one you like. I say 5% chance, 5% chance. 5% damage is not a lot. It's not significant enough for you to say, oh, we're definitely using Elemental Arrow. But of course, as you all know, there are builds out there that recommend you use Elemental Arrow over everything else simply because it costs very little and it does a decent amount of damage. Just you know though that Chakram with Twin Chakram and Serpentine is a lot better than Elemental Arrow simply because nothing in the Elemental Arrow actually does 500 freaking damage. 500% damage. So yeah, but we will use that from now on, and I need my crossbow to be equipped to use something. Why did I pick that up? That is arrow related. It looks really cool though. I really do like this skill. And look at that, I'm not even losing hatred. Okay, understand that if I continuously fire that I will lose hatred. But if you're a hatred generating build, it shouldn't really affect you that much. Just keep in mind that this is a line ability, unlike the Chakram, which is a AoE ability, and also a line ability combined. So yeah, most people prefer this simply because of the last one, the last rune that you get, but we'll get to that in a bit. Ball of Lightning. Fire a slow-moving arrow that electrocutes enemy along its path for 155% weapon damage as lightning. So here's the thing about this ability. Alright. The reason that a lot of people like this ability is because it can shock things multiple times. Now, if we can find a shielded enemy, you'll see that it will get rid of his shield and kills it with one shot. See? It shocks things multiple times. Now, from what I can see, it can shock things twice. Okay, twice before it moves out of the range of which it can actually shock things. So this is why this ability is really good on bosses that are huge, because it's slow moving and the bosses are so big that this skill will actually hit them at least 3 times, if not 4 times, which is amazing. So if we calculate, that it hits targets for twice, which means this skill, one shot, will do roughly 310% 40. Oh my god. 340% 310% damage. I cannot do math today. Cannot. So yeah, 310% weapon damage for one shot. Now, even with Twin Chakram, you fire one shot. From this, it only does 200% damage. Yeah. So think about that. Elemental Arrow with Ball of Lightning is already better than what is it? Twin Chakram, because it does 300% damage. Now you sit back and calculate on how much it would do more damage than Impale. It's massive. We already figured out that Chakram is better, and this is better than Chakram. Come on now. So with just Ball of Lightning ability, it already does more damage because it shocks things twice. Now, see? Shocks things twice. That's why this ability right here is so good. So very, very good. And the AoE on it is not that bad, actually. It's actually quite a wide range. Oh, that guy did not die in one shot. Surprising. Look at that. It's so amazing. Ball of Lightning is definitely the ability for you to use if you want DPS. Or do you? Let's check out Frost Arrow. Fire a frost arrow that splits into multiple arrows after hitting its target, dealing 170% weapon damage as cold. Affected enemies have their movement speed slowed by 60%. Now you may think 70%? Does this hit multiple times too? No. This does not hit multiple times. But it is a very good skill in a group setting. Okay. It's a very good skill in a group setting if it's a line ability. So right here, for example, since every one of that guy or enemies was behind the guy that I hit, the arrow actually splits into smaller arrows that attack anything that is in a very small cone behind them for 170% damage. And the guy that is hit also takes 170% damage. Now the reason this skill is good is because it slows enemies down for 60% by 60% for 1 second. So that's pretty good. But if you want TPS wise, again, Ball of Lightning would be the one to use. Screaming Skull grants a 40% chance to shoot a skull that will fear affected enemies for 1.5 seconds. Now this is a good skill to use in Inferno ability simply because, well, you can keep enemies away from you for a very long time if you're lucky. If you keep hitting that 40% mark, they'll keep running away from you. But yeah, if you can read, you know, it says fear. So I don't know why I'm firing skulls all the time. It only grants a 40% chance to shoot a skull. But I'm firing a skull every time I fire. That... Oh, okay, so you shoot a skull no matter what. But if you pay close attention, that skull was very small. There you go, that one was huge. So the bigger ones are the one that actually fear people. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. It just keeps them feared and stay away from you. It is really good if you keep hitting the mark of 40%. Next, which is lightning bolts. Fire an electrified bolt that stuns enemies for 1.5 seconds on a critical hit. Now, of course, if you're using this skill, it will be a better match with sharpshooter or a critical hit build. But since I'm not doing a critical hit build, and I'm not going to switch my skill now, just to show you the stun, because I can't show you the stun anyways, because I one-hit everything. But that's how it looks. It's just an orb of lightning, even though I would rather prefer it to be a bolt of lightning, like it describes. But this is actually a very small orb of lightning. If only the ability would actually look like how they explained it. It would be nice if I grab these corpses on my way, but I did not. I don't know why I didn't. So apparently the real money auction house is now available, which is pretty cool. I'm obviously now only gonna put my stuff on it now. Nobody is gonna use the regular auction house again. Well, if you want gold, I guess you would need to use the regular auction house, but the cost for items on it would definitely go down now, which is so cool because I can make my character stronger. Enemies, where are you? I killed one with it, but I want to kill multiple. Aha. There we go. The AoE on it is now very small. And, of course, it only works if you, critical hit something. So it's not a very good thing to use. Nether tentacles. Now, this is the ability that is better than Ball of Lightning, simply because it does an extra thing. It does the same damage as Ball of Lightning, but it also does 30% health gain back. Does it hit things multiple times? I need a shielded enemies. Shielded enemies, where are you? No, it does not hit things multiple times. Ah, okay. But it does have the same AoE. Yes, it does have the same AoE as the, I did not one-shot him. That was surprising. Oh, she's siege crossbow. Let's see. I can sell it. It was good. Was it 33 or 55 damage? Yeah, it sucks. Okay. Anyways, I thought it hit twice. I guess I'm wrong. Okay. So apparently it does not hit twice. It'll hit once. So apparently this skill is not better than Ball of Lightning in DPS wise, but it does heal you for 3% damage. Or 3% of the damage you dealt, which is not that much. So I do 13k. Let's see, how much is, I think it's 13, 1, 2, 3 zeros multiplied by 0.03. 390 health every time I hit something. And it penetrates through everything. Yeah, maybe it's good if you have really high damage. I'd say like 40k DPS, or not 40k DPS. Around, I say 29k damage, like literal damage, if you know, not DPS, but literal damage, 29k. Yeah, I can see where this skill would be useful, but if you want massive, and I mean massive damage, Ball of Lightning trumps every single other skill in the secondary skill slot. Ball of Lightning is just too good. It hits everything twice, doing 310% damage for only 10 hatred. Wow, it is amazing. Okay, so if you want major DPS, definitely do or use Ball of Lightning. So when we get back, we will be checking out our first defensive skill, which is Caltrops. I'll see you then.